Well, it's not official, but it's about to be. The end of this SEC versus Ripple case is likely to end very soon. In this video, I'm going to tell you what some of the experts are saying, when it can end, including a former SEC chairman that weighed in on it. There's been multiple people discussing what Judge Torres is about to release, the possibilities, the probabilities, some of the price predictions of XRP if it gets its regulatory clarity, and some of the others that don't think it's going to be good for XRP, including some that are saying it's going to zero. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the end of this case as it is likely to happen any second. And I'm also going to be talking about what is going on in the rest of the crypto space from a regulatory standpoint, what Gary Gensler is doing and why his job is in even further jeopardy. And of course, since the last time I made a video, the Bill Hinman emails have dropped, and of course they don't look good because now the world can see in plain view that the SEC did in fact have no case against Ripple and what it could mean for the rest of their cases in going after other crypto and blockchain companies. Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind. Right now on this channel, we are covering the Ripple versus the SEC case, and I'm also covering cryptocurrency news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all these topics interest you, make sure you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and join the Late Night Grind community. Also, as this case will be ending very, very soon, you may want to do one thing, and that is click that bell notification icon, because YouTube will send you a notification when I release that video when this case is officially over. It will obviously be very big news. And if you want to support the channel, you can do a couple things by smashing the thumbs up button and watching this video all the way to the end. So if you do that, I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, let's jump into it. So yes, SEC is front and center in the news. They are now front and center in Congress. Gary Gensler's job is in the line of fire as a new bill was just put forth by 13 congressmen. They're looking for more co-sponsors that would remove Gary Gensler from his position as head of the SEC. Not only that, it would actually restructure the SEC to make it a little more democratic, a little more decentralized in nature, hence is where things seem to be going, and not just have the chair have the final or lead say in different cases. So, now if you follow this channel or others, regarding cryptocurrency, especially in the news, especially regarding regulations and government, especially here in the United States. You know that Gary Gensler has been in the line of fire, has been the talk of very negative commentary from those specifically in the cryptocurrency world, and that's for very good reason. Not only is he going after the cryptocurrency world, he's essentially using the muddied or a lack of clarity here in the United States regarding digital assets to go after these blockchain companies, try to get the quick settlements, make a name for himself, and look like he's doing something by protecting investors. Well, the one thing he didn't protect investors from was Sam Bankman-Fried and some of the others that the SEC actually met with multiple times in 2022 leading up to its collapse. So these 30 congressmen have put out a plan in which they want to restructure the SEC. Here's how it would look. There would be no chair of the SEC. Rather than having a chair and 4 commissioners, there would be 6 commissioners, 3 Republicans and 3 Democrats, and an executive overseer that would essentially oversee the day-to-day operations of such. So when any regulatory enforcement action is in fact taken, it would actually need to go through those 6 commissioners rather than just the 1. Now, this isn't a perfect plan, but it does eliminate the idea that one head of the SEC, like Gary Gensler, could in fact take a personal vendetta against certain things, or what Gary Gensler is seeming to be doing, trying to protect the traditional finance sector and fiat currency by going after crypto regulations because of all his banking friends. The interesting part of that is recently someone uncovered a video of Gary Gensler from 2018 giving a speech, well, not a speech, more like a lecture, in which he was declaring that he said 3/4 of all cryptocurrencies are not securities, including naming several, including Cardano, which he now claims is a security. And in fact, he's going after things the complete opposite of what he did just 4 or 5 years ago. I wonder if he's being supported by those in the banking sector. Now, the SEC's got a lot going on, including going after Coinbase, and this case looks very interesting, as interesting as the Ripple versus SEC case, because this case is going to include a lot of the regulatory actions and a lot of the regulatory clarity that Ripple's been going after that Coinbase is going to need, and a lot of the analysts say that Coinbase has as much firepower as Ripple to go after the SEC, and they have all the documentation to back up as to why they were actually approved to go IPO when they did. And of course, they have all the commentary with their meetings from the SEC regarding the status of cryptocurrencies, whether they may or may not be securities. So that's going to be one to watch coming in the near future. So you're going to want to stick around, subscribe to this channel, because I'm definitely going to be covering part of that case, because that's going to be big for the crypto sector as a whole. Obviously that and this Ripple case, which is seemingly about to end. Okay, so let's talk about the time frame of when this case is over, because it's not official, obviously, but several people have started declaring on Twitter that it is within days. In fact, Jeremy Hogan thought this might be the week in which that decision would drop. He actually tweeted, "I wonder if the weekend is in sights for Annalisa Torres," the judge, of course, that is about to drop the decision on this case. So John Deaton, in fact, he is saying this case looks to be over in days, not necessarily weeks, and even some of the detractors that say this is going to drag on for some time have even pulled back their predictions, saying, well, it could be a couple of weeks, not necessarily months, like they were saying just a short time ago. Now, how this could end is still up in the air, and there's several different ways that it could go. According to John Deaton and according to former SEC Chairman Mark Fagel, there's a few things that stuck out to them as to why this case hasn't been resolved and what they think it's likely to go, based on the fact that those Bill Hinman emails and all the documentation were unsealed before the summary judgment decision actually came down. Now, Mark Fagel actually said he thinks any day now, literally days, this case is going to drop, but it's not necessarily going to be a summary judgment win for either side. There could be a part of this where secondary market XRP sales are basically excused. They're considered non-securities, which would be great for XRP. Some of this could actually make it to trial, in which it wouldn't be necessarily is XRP a security or not, but the part going to trial would be talking about, did Ripple sell their particular XRP as securities in order to build their business? And that part could be going to trial. Essentially splitting the baby is what John Deaton called it several months ago when he suggested this as one of the possible outcomes. So there is always that. Several attorneys that I've been following on Twitter have suggested this, that based on the Bill Hinman emails and all the documents that come out that show beyond a shadow of a doubt that the SEC does not have a leg to stand on, and Bill Hinman might need to lawyer up as he's now been caught in several lies in his deposition. Well, some of those factors look good in terms of XRP and its status as a non-security digital asset, and how Ethereum actually got its free pass, but it doesn't necessarily do anything specific for Ripple. Now, of course, the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, recently put out a long video in which he was giving his opinion on what the SEC is doing, specifically Gary Gensler, and he doesn't hold back. So in the description of this video, I'm going to link to that particular video on Twitter. I retweeted what Brad Garlinghouse had recently put out. A lot of people did. It's been going viral. He basically takes the gloves off, takes no holds barred, and a lot of people are saying this is because he knows that this case is coming to an end, and they can, now that these Hinman emails have officially come out and the world can essentially see that the SEC is one of the most corrupt organizations on the planet, well, Brad Garlinghouse is not holding back. So let me know in the comment section down below how you think this case will go. We've been following this for well over a year and a half, all the price movements of XRP. Currently, it's not really doing much, as a lot of people are still in that holding pattern waiting for the decision to come. Now, a lot of people thought that XRP was going to moon when this case was over, especially if Ripple wins, XRP gets its clarity. But what if XRP gets its clarity, but Ripple still needs to go to trial, and they may be still charged with securities fraud as selling something that was going to essentially build their business for them? We're going to have to see. So if you want to hear as quickly as possible when this case is coming to an end, make sure you click that bell notification icon, and YouTube will send you a notification when I release a video with the official announcement. Until then, follow me on Twitter. Appreciate you watching, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.